What's up, you guys? I'm back with another video, and today I have a body mist declutter video to share with you guys. I want to say I have over 20 body mists in this bin. I have some from Victoria's Secret, and in this bin I have some from Bath and Body Works. So if you want to see what body mist I'm decluttering, please keep watching. And I really hope this doesn't offend anyone. If these body mists worked out for you, that's awesome. I really wish they worked out for me. But just certain fragrances I got bored of, or on me, they just don't smell right. So let's start off with Victoria's Secret. Okay, so this one's actually fairly new to my collection, and this one is Coconut Coast. I want to say this came out around the summertime of 2024, and this has notes of coconut water, beach blooms, and warm sand. And I'm actually really surprised with myself for buying this in the first place. I had a feeling that this was going to turn on me just because whenever there's like a salty coconut, I tend to not like it, but when I was in the Victoria's Secret store, I kept going back to this scent because it just had a very candy like scent to it. But of course, when I brought it home, it just had this like stinky water scent to it. And I really wish it didn't turn that way on me. I really wish that I could smell it the way other people do. But I actually have another Bath and Body Works scent that is, I want to say it's like coconut and cotton, and it literally smells the exact same, where it just kind of smells like a wet dog. Okay, so the next one we have here is from Pink, and it's Invigorate Mood Scents, and it has notes of orange oil and eucalyptus. And there's really nothing wrong with this one, but I just really don't find myself reaching for it. Yeah, I mean it's nice, it's okay. I feel like if you like citrusy scents and it kind of has like an essential oil vibe to it because of that eucalyptus, it's nice, but it's really just not for me. So for that reason, I'm letting it go. Okay, next up we have Victoria's Secret, and this is in the Naturals collection. This is jasmine and elderberry, and I don't know, for some reason I just really don't like jasmine scents. If there's like more to it than just jasmine, like maybe if there's peony or gardenia in it, I don't mind. But for some reason, this jasmine and elderberry combo just doesn't work for me. And I don't hate it, but I also don't wear it. So I just really don't see a point in keeping something if I'm not reaching for it. So I'd rather just sell it or give it away to someone that's actually going to get use out of it. And I also have a body oil in jasmine and elderberry, so I really don't need both. I feel like I can layer that oil with other fragrances that I prefer. Okay, so next up we have aloe water and hibiscus. And again, I don't find myself reaching for this one. Let me give myself a little bit of a refresher. This one's very soft and barely there, and I'm really getting like a watery aquatic vibe. But I have other aquatic scents in my collection that I prefer over this one. And I noticed that hibiscus scents, for the most part, really also don't work for me. I have another one from Bath and Body Works. I'm kind of blanking on the name right now, but there's definitely hibiscus in there, and it's kind of like a warm, beachy hibiscus, and that one just really turns on me. It just smells like BO. So I think that's why I also don't really care for this one. Hibiscus is just kind of like hit or miss for me, and it's usually a miss. So the packaging for this one is really why I bought it. This one's Pastel Sugar Sky, and it says Vanilla Orchid paints cotton candy skies with lavender musk. And I think the notes on this also was a little bit deceiving because I think I was expecting possibly something a little bit more like sweet and gourmand, and this one's really not. Every time I've worn this one, I'm just kind of underwhelmed. And it is pretty. It's slightly sweet, but also barely there and very like airy. And with lavender scents, they usually don't agree with me. The lavender scents that are in my collection, I actually really, really love. They just have to be done right, and I'm kind of picky when it comes to lavender. So for that reason, I'm letting this one go. Okay, the next one is Orange Flower Sun, and this has citrus blossom. It says Awaken Blush Woods Bubblegum Petals. This one's very pretty and floral and somewhat citrusy, but it's just a little bit too floral for me, and I really don't reach for it. Okay, so another one from the Naturals collection. This is pomegranate and lotus, and it says balance. Find balance with the scent of pomegranate and lotus, botanical inspiration and sheer rejuvenation. I think I prefer my pomegranates to be like sweet and juicy, and this one's more of like a fresh pomegranate. So, again, not terrible, but just not for me. Okay, so up next we have Cocoa Chill, and this one I'm really disappointed with because I tried so hard to like it. As you can see, I did kind of like use it quite a bit, but every time I wear it, I'm just a little bit grossed out. I actually put this on today in hopes that maybe I can try it again, and the same thing kind of happened where it's just kind of like sickly sweet, but not in like a gourmand way, kind of just like in a I don't know, I just think that the scent notes really clash in this. This is toasted coconut, pink pepper, and white amber, and for whatever reason, this just really does not work on me, so I'm gonna let it go even though I really, really wanted to like that one. The next one I'm decluttering is this one from Pink, and it says relax mood scents with lavender oil and vanilla bean. And I really hesitated on decluttering this one, but I also don't reach for it, so that's why I am decluttering it. I have other lavender scents in my collection that I prefer. The Emily in Paris one was called Lavender Luxe, and I really, really like that one more than I like this one. I think with this one, the scent notes are what make me want to like it. It had that vanilla bean in it, and I just wish it was a little bit stronger. This one's like 90% lavender and 10% vanilla bean. I mean, it is nice if you like lavender, but I just need more than just a straight up essential oil lavender. So it's nice. I think it is like relaxing maybe before bedtime, but I just don't reach for it. The next one I'm going to be decluttering is also from Pink, and this is the Honey Mist. It says honey drizzle, purple dahlia, and whipped vanilla. And when I hear all those scent notes, this sounds like it's going to be delicious. Like dahlia, vanilla, honey. That just sounds amazing. But again, I'm like kind of underwhelmed and a little bit grossed out when I wear this, and I don't know why. Yeah, the scent notes just really clash. I thought it was going to be a lot more like Dahlia from Bath and Body Works. That one really worked out for me. That's probably one of my favorites from them. But this one I just really can't get to work for me. So I'm really disappointed, but at the same time, I don't use it, so I'm going to be decluttering it. Okay, and the last one from Victoria's Secret is Love Spell Golden. So this one says honeyed vanilla sparkling nectarine love spell at golden hour. And I think I got this during a semi-annual sale, and this was a blind buy. Um, love spell isn't my favorite. I do like it every now and then, but this one that has honey just again didn't work out for me. I don't hate it, but I also don't love it, so giving that one away. This Love Spell Golden kind of reminds me if you mixed Love Spell with this Honey Mist, and I just prefer the regular Love Spell over this one, which I already have in my collection, so that's why I'm going to be decluttering that one. Okay, so now let's get into Bath and Body Works. That is everything I'm decluttering from Victoria's Secret. Okay, so this one I was actually like contemplating if I should give it away or not. And this is Cotton Candy Clouds, and I noticed that I really don't find myself reaching for it just because this kind of smells like other things in my collection. For example, Whipped Berry Meringue. I actually have two of those, so I honestly think this is a repackage, and if it's not, it's about 90% similar. So I don't reach for it, and I also have just too many scents that smell like this. I also have Pinkberry Clouds, and these ones are not repackages, but they're in the same family. They're so similar. This has spun sugar, pink berries, and whipped vanilla. So I don't know. I just don't reach for it, and it's nice, but there's just something about it that I don't fully love. So yeah, I'm gonna be decluttering this one. Okay, so up next we have Vanilla Bean Noel, and this has notes of fresh vanilla bean, warm caramel, sugar cookies, whipped cream, and snow kiss musk. And I actually really, really love Vanilla Bean Noel, but for some reason, I think this was the 2023 winter collection, and this one just smelled a little bit different than the others. This one, I know this sounds so weird, but when I first spray it, it almost kind of smells like puke. That is so bizarre, I know, but the other Vanilla Bean Noels in my collection don't have that initial like stinky smell when you first spray it. And I also have like the newest Vanilla Bean Noel that just came out this year, so I figured I should probably just declutter this one. This one's just slightly different than the others. And yeah, as I'm smelling it in the cap, it just smells so stinky. Like when it dries down, it's fine, but initially it's just very bizarre. So I'm gonna just keep the other Vanilla Bean Noels in my collection and declutter that one. So this one is Candied Violet Sorbet, and I really thought that I was going to be loving this one, but I don't know, it's just not gourmand how I was expecting. And this one is sugared violet petals, vanilla sorbet, and blackberry swirl. So even those like notes sound like it's gonna be a pretty gourmand. And it's more of like a fresh, slightly sweet floral. Yeah, I just think that it's been sitting in my collection too long, and I think somebody else would get a lot more use out of it. That one was just very disappointing. Okay, next we have Floral Fantasy, and this one's like fairly new to my collection. I bought this, I want to say less than a year ago, and this was before all the luxury collections were in All Bath and Body Works. So I just placed an online order because they didn't have any in stores near me. So again, this was a blind buy, and I don't know. This one I think was supposed to be duping Mon Perry, and I don't care for that fragrance at all, and I really don't care for Floral Fantasy either. Yeah, there's just something about this one that I don't like. Oh, I think it's the jasmine. This has peach osmanthus, jasmine, and warm patchouli. Just all three scent notes combined just don't go together. So decluttering that one. Okay, so this is another one that I kept like going back and forth of decluttering. This is Cozy Evening. And I actually do really enjoy this scent. It has lavender blooms, fresh freesia, and cozy musk. But for some reason, this really reminds me of Warm and Cozy from Bath and Body Works. Even though the scent notes are nothing alike, something about them just have a similar vibe. And I noticed that whenever I wear this, it's almost just a little bit nauseating for some reason. Like I like this scent, but I don't know, it just doesn't work for me. It's pretty, it's sweet, it's girly, but again, it just reminds me of Warm and Cozy from Victoria's Secret, which I already have, and that one honestly kind of gives me the same reaction where I can't wear it too much just because it makes me a little bit nauseous. I know that sounds so weird because so many people love Warm and Cozy, and I enjoy the scent too, but on me, it's just very strange, and I just have a weird reaction to it. Okay, so next we have whipped berry meringue, and this has notes of fresh berries, whipped sugar, and fluffy vanilla. And if you look at the scent notes for Cotton Candy Clouds and this one, whipped berry meringue, they're so similar. They both have berries, sugar, and vanilla. So, um, again, these are just not scents that I love. And I also already have another one of this, so there's really no need for two of them when I already don't really care for the scent a whole lot. Okay, so up next we have Sweater Weather, and I was honestly thinking about keeping this and giving it to one of the guys in my family because I think that they would prefer this one. This one was just a little bit off on me. I almost got kind of like a masculine hairspray vibe, but this has Sunkissed Apple, Autumn Leaves, and Orchard Woods. And I really try to enjoy this one, but I just really don't. It almost gives me like bug spray or hairspray. There's just something a little bit off about this one. And it's super disappointing because I know a lot of people really love this one. And I actually have a soap of Sweater Weather and I really enjoy it, but as a body mist, it just doesn't work for me. Okay, so next we have fresh coconut and cotton, and again, just like the one from Victoria's Secret, this just smells like dirty water. And I feel like when I first spray it, I like it. I smell that cotton, and I actually really like coconut. Normally, I like a sweet coconut, but this one is just way too fresh. And again, I really try so hard to like this, so I sprayed it on myself last night, and it just smelled like dirty water. Like I really, really hate this one. Um, most of the body mist here that I'm decluttering, I don't necessarily hate, but this one I hate. And it's super disappointing because these just sound like notes that I would enjoy, but this says coconut, coastal breeze, and beachside cotton. So for me, the scent notes just really clash, and it's just very bizarre. So up next, I have Midnight Swim, and this has notes of blue waters, beach flower, and fresh coastal air. And I actually don't mind this one. It's honestly really pretty, but I have other aquatic fragrances in my collection that I like more than this one. There's nothing wrong with it. I would totally wear it if I didn't have other, beachy aquatic scents, but for that reason, I'm going to donate it just because this one really doesn't stand out. There's other ones that I prefer that I already have. Yeah, it's pretty and I like it, but I prefer Sea Island Shore. I think I have like two or three of those because that one's my all-time favorite aquatic scent. I also have On the Horizon and just so many others. So for that reason, I'm going to be decluttering Midnight Swim, but it is really pretty. Okay, next we have Joy Sugared Snickerdoodle. And this is one of the scents that kind of got me into Bath and Body Works. Like when I heard the fragrance notes for this one, I was just so interested. Um, and this has Snickerdoodle Spice, Creamy Vanilla, and Sugared Musk. So I am a gourmand girl. I love gourmands. But for some reason, this one just didn't work out for me. I tried so hard to like it, but I think the spices in this just kind of ruined it. It's pretty. It's like creamy and sweet, but it's just, I don't know. I don't know what spices are in this. I just don't care for it. So, I'm gonna be decluttering that one. Okay, so up next we have White T-shirt, and this one was another really disappointing one because when I was in Bath and Body Works, this one really smelled like Febreze, and I thought that I would enjoy it, but I didn't. Again, there's something off about this one. It almost smells like bug spray or something. But this has crisp hair, fresh white t-shirt, lavender cloud, clean musk, and soft sandalwood. So it's really disappointing because all those fragrance notes just sound so pretty. But every time I wear this, I really can't stand it. And I know a lot of people love this one. And I tried to have like my son wear it, but even on him, I don't know, I just didn't like it. I used it as like a car spray for a little bit, just like an air freshener, but even then I really don't care for it. So, gonna be decluttering that one too. Okay, and the last one that I have, again, this one's like newer to my collection, but it was a blind buy. This is Lost in Santal, and this has warm cardamom, satin, sandalwood, and cedarwood. So again, I'm like kind of sensitive to certain spices, and I think it's that warm cardamom that I don't like combined with like the santal. I really wanted to like it, but it's a little bit too weird and earthy for me. And I notice other scents that kind of have the same vibe. I also don't like. I tried one from Guess. I think it was from Guess, and I hated that one. Yeah, I just do not like the cardamom in this, so I'm gonna be decluttering that one. All right, you guys, so that is everything I'm going to be decluttering from Bath and Body Works and Victoria's Secret. If you agree or disagree with some of my choices, please let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I just feel like a lot of these fragrances are ones that I don't reach for. A lot of them I don't necessarily dislike, but because I have so many body mists and I feel like I love buying new ones, I just don't really want to keep anything in my collection that I don't love. But I hope this didn't offend anyone. Again, if these worked out for you, I think that's amazing. They just didn't work out for me. But thanks for hanging out with me and listening to me talk about body mist, and hope to see you guys in the next one.